One day in my world history class in my freshman year of high school, I was talking with some other kids about how pointless having a history class in high school is. I mean, it takes up a perfectly good slot where I could fit another class. However, I really disagree with that view now, and I'm going to tell you why. There's a myriad of reasons, but I'm going to tell you my main two. First of all, history is big and beautiful and messy and complex, and we can't just fit it into a Google thing, a Google question, I'm sorry, which is what so many people often do, even in a history class, which is why we need an engaging history class in our schools so that we don't have to Google things. Google gives you a bland, emotionless, condensed answer, and history is so much more than that. Second, history will repeat itself. For example, both Napoleon and Hitler, two very famous world leaders, they both invaded Russia, and both of those times they failed due to Russia's vast distance and harsh winters, and people died en masse. Economically, we've also seen repetition in history with the Great Depression and the Great Recession. They both showed early signs of risky lending events and speculation of the stock market or other financial thingies. I'm sorry. Um, and they inevitably ended in economic downfall. Also, let's not forget about revolutions, something that our civilized society today is not immune to. The American and the French Revolution are two of the most famous revolutions in history. Like, they're taught in a lot of history classes. However, we need to look at the causes of them if we want to avoid one of our own in the near future, because we're showing all the early signs of a revolution. I mean, political unrest, mistrust in the government, a common feeling among the public of injustice. We're seeing protests and political violence. I mean, police violence, but also political violence, which I think is important in avoiding revolution in the near future, like the next 100 years. I mean, we saw all these things leading up to the American and French revolutions, and they're caused by social, regal, judicial, and political injustices, normally regulated by a government. Now, if we want to stop more bloodshed, I think we really need to address this issue in our society. Because, we don't want a revolution. This is exactly why I think we should study history, though, in school. Because I think if we're the more well-versed we are in our history, the more we understand what's happening around us and what's happening in the near future.